So we're going to go ahead and continue with the question answer session. We'll see if they want to talk or not. Truthfully, yesterday I do need a breather. I need a breather actually for 3-4 days, like a week's time. But I'll just go with it. I'll take a breather and come back. Today is the 31st of May 2025. It is a Saturday. It is 10:37 in the clock over there. Okay. The electricity went off, and so when the electricity goes off, the camera kind of, I have to zoom in and make it a full screen, which I don't feel like doing as of now. So I'm going to just leave it. But the postcode is 560077 where the reading is happening, right? As you can see, it's quite still because I think these naughty girls have gone off somewhere else. Perhaps they're getting some good food somewhere. They have very specifically asked for very specific things. So there are some homes that make that kind of food pretty often as a daily ritual in their homes. So they could have gone off to eat good food. या दही करी चाहिए ना, ऐसे कुछ थाली, पूरा थाली चाहिए. So there are homes that still hopefully are able to do that. They've got their own families also, so they'll go to visit. What I want to say about my experience is that I was wondering how they get full in the spirit. So I did my own cooking day before yesterday. The experience was it day before? No, yesterday sometime. Yeah, I did my own cooking yesterday, I think. And when I did the cooking, by the time I finished it, so much smell of food that I couldn't eat after that. So I was feeling very full. So I ate just very little compared to how much I would have eaten had I not smelled the food for that much time. After I put my stuff away and I sat down, I said, okay, now I understand how these guys get full. They can't consume anything. They are in spirit. So I was wondering how they're telling me no, we are, and the pendulum starts moving very fast and very energetically. Then sometimes it doesn't move at all. So I realized then that they're able to get the smell of the food and that energizes them. So I'm just saying all the names of the people we have taken on the previous video. In case you know these guys and you do make that kind of food, which is primarily in Gujarati Marwadi households, then yeah, make it with love and you can do a little offering to the gods. They will come and eat it. Keep it near the god. Pura thali jo hai, just offer it to the gods. They will come and will be very happy. They dance in joy, frankly telling you. But it must be at the god's altar. It's good for you only. Okay? Now this was not planned to be said, but we have just said it. Yes, every one of them has a clone in your home being them. So it looks stupid. This is why I told you, please offer it to the gods. जिन जिन आत्मा को आके खाना है वो आके खाएंगे. बोलो दादा दादी को दे रहे हैं, नाना नानी को दे रहे हैं, लेकिन ज़रूर करो. आई विल टेल द चिल्ड्रन ऑफ दीज people who are saying they have passed on. No need to discuss this with anybody. Do not. You also need to be little clever. So do not discuss it with anybody. Say दादा दादी को दे रहे हैं, क्या है, भगवान को दे रहे हैं. But know in your mind that possibly the one that is standing in, उसको चुड़ैली बोलते हैं, very evil-hearted. So, or then just put into place by somebody really evil-hearted. So, okay, you have something in front of you, but my pendulum is saying that the original is no more. They're very naughty. They're a big bunch, but they're just the way they used to be in school and college. You do your little offering. They'll be very happy who are in the afterlife and in spirit. Don't let anyone know what you know. Do the offering. Say, भगवान को दे रहे हैं. Who can stop you? कोई भी माँ जो हो या कोई भी बाप उसके बच्चों को बोले नो यू कांट ऑफर द फूड, क्या करेगी है, पागल है. यू विल कम टू नो क्या क्वालिटी है. Under normal circumstances, parents will tell you, हाँ दादा दादी को ऑफर करो, ऑफर इट एट द ऑल्टर, पूरा थाली ऑफर करो, राइट, भोग चढ़ाओ. So do it. Okay? We'll have to check what they want to talk about because my head is kind of a little empty. Only vegetarian, including Rohika's case, have very specifically asked no non-veg. I was surprised. So whatever are the favorite dishes that you are aware of throughout the person's lifespan while they were in the body, so you can do that kind of an offering. Offer the favorite foods of the person, but only the vegetarian stuff, huh? They're in a place of meditation. They want to overhaul what the black snake has done with the black snake snakelets. No chicklets, just snakelets. Oh, I have to tell you one more thing. Yesterday during my prayer session, day before during my prayer session, we saw a huge black poisonous huge snake, pretty ferocious. It was during my prayers that I saw him, but I saw that he is going to be taken down along with his snakelets. The force is fire. The element, the force is fire. This is what was shown twice. I'm not the snake. I don't believe in neither poisoning other people, nor poisoning their lives, nor grabbing anything. I don't even believe in not being clear in diction to state what is as is, at the risk of sounding rude sometimes, or then not according to being politically correct for societal norms. So anyway, the good news is twice over I was shown the big snake. Starting day before yesterday or a little before that, the huge snake is going to be taken down. The source and element of bringing him down is going to be fire. That was shown to me twice over, along with his snakelets, which means his movement and those who are glorified with that movement. Yesterday I don't know at what point, suddenly I saw a version of what I will still say my father. Even though today in retrospect I am aware that there were shapeshifters for him in rotation more so heavily after 2006. It is what it is. It is what it is. If that is the revelation that has revealed itself to me, I will say it as it is. But since we have called him Papa throughout that determined term, तो फिर Papa ही बनता है. That's a father figure with somebody rotating through it. Anyway, this version is Tomcat, fat and fluffy. You're looking like a fat and fluffy tomcat. He's fair, he's big built, he's got a nice big stomach, he's looking healthy, he's looking nice. Could be Kabir Gupta, could be anybody. Not sure who. Can be Kabir Hingorani also, for all I know. I don't know. These guys don't volunteer actually to shapeshift into our homes. They get CRISPR'd so that they're moved out of their assets, taken to a place, taught a lesson, and then gotten rid of. They were rotated through this not for the experience, for removing them. Okay, so anyway, I identified that the man who I saw holding his ears and taking a dip in the Ganges, suddenly out of nowhere, it was a vision Was that vision shown to me while I was praying, or was it out of the pray time? I'm not sure. But I think I was connected with Shirdi Sai Baba at that point in time. So I was pretty surprised. Why is he dipping himself in the Ganges? And why is he holding his ears and dipping himself into the water of the Ganges, this flowing river? At the Ganges, the ghat that we see where they do the pujas, so one of them, which one I don't know. So the only one thing that comes to me is the man is a Hindu, नहीं तो नहीं करेगा. By birth, this man was a Hindu. Lekin he showed himself with my father's, still wearing my father's ego, if it's not the original. He's got wide hips, but my dad never had wide hips. The Amil father of mine would be lean and tall and kind of like brown skin. No, he went to JB Pettit school for his preschool. Did he go to JB Pettit school for his preschool? No, I don't think so. I think Ramesh Chacha could have gone to JB Pettit school for preschool. It's primarily a girls' school. My father went directly to Xavier's, close to the house, walking distance from our home. So I don't know. JB Pettit, his sisters went to. So I don't know. There's slight confusion. All I know is the Advanis, even the men, they don't have wide hips. This version of my dad had wide hips. Unusually wide hips. So dekho to bolu for such a tall man and hips also wide, but we don't mind. Why? Because compared to being wiry, thin, old and fragile and unwell, he had already gone into the hospital for about 3 weeks and he was found passed out, lying across his bed, not even straight headboard to footboard, which was very worrisome, frankly telling you, when I had gotten back from my sister's suburban house, spending time with the newly born baby, must have been before she turned 1. They had locked the doors. Ramesh Chitru Advani were at home. They had completely locked everything. And when I was banging on the door, because generally nobody locks it, and if I'm the last one in, I'll be the one to lock it. It's just an unsaid rule. But here they had kind of closed the whole house. Maybe they thought I was going to stay with Varsha. But no. So I found my dad sleeping across the bed. And he had passed out. It's not normal. So I was suspicious of the activity. A few months afterwards, he had to be admitted into Bombay Hospital. And he was there for 3 weeks. Anyway, having seen him go through that kind of a situation, when I see my dad is looking fat, fluffy and healthy after he's gone for a holiday and come back, and I say, Papa, you're looking really nice, fat, fluffy, healthy, it is good, it's very good, you're looking good. It was that version of the fat, fluffy, tall, well built, with a big stomach version of my father. Don't know. So that is the version as a man is holding his ears, dipping in the Ganges, is what I saw yesterday. What to make of it, I don't know. But I have to share every incident that I have. The good news is I did see the big snake, black, huge, poisonous. And no, we don't see his entire body, we only see his hood, which is charcoal black. It's not even charcoal black, it is blacker than black. It's blacker than black. It's very dark, poisonous energy. The poison in him is so humongous, it is actually scary if he comes to strike you. He didn't strike me, but he got struck down. That is the same snake I have seen 2011 maybe, in a deep state dream before I left for New Zealand. He spat the poison at me, venom at me, and we ducked him on the fragile bridge crossing from one place to another. He came face to face with me, overpowering, towering over me, and spat the venom. We ducked it, but we got a little reflex of a slight, I don't know what to say. Kya bole? If it goes and hits the rock on the back, in a reflex, there's a small little spark or small little, I don't know, little as a rebound. It went and it actually touched my skin. So I woke up from my sleep feeling that it has touched my skin in two places. Swear on God. And I said, my God, that dream was feeling so real. And what a scary experience. But then I left for New Zealand and all this nonsense has started on the back of it. I don't think so. हमको लगता है शेप शिफ्टर है. I truly believe it's a shapeshifter. I don't think it is. I'm saying Bezos is no more, in all probability. He divorced his wife, who he was good friends with. They built a very successful business. They were an intellectual couple. They were friends. There's no reason to break up after so much hard work put in together. A outsider comes in, it's the money, creates the confusion. His resources, his assets, his company has such a reach worldwide that whatever you require to do through the digital effort, there is no better company than Bezos's company as a database. The money also, though the money they have taken from the Emiratis also, huge amount, dislodging the royalty over there. But then they need some kind of a channel, some kind of a tunneling and funneling of what they're doing. So Bezos's company and companies like that become a huge asset from a perspective of a network of people that these guys need to target. That's where he becomes important other than his money. His company is very important. The resources associated with his company are very important. The reach through his company to individual homes is very important. Him, RIL, and companies like them. After all, you're talking about digitizing things, right? तो डिजिटल ई कॉमर्स फर्म सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट होता है. नहीं तो तू कैसे, तेरे प्लान्स को कैसे तू ले करेगा, घर घर में कैसे घुसेगा. So you have to get rid of him so you can grab. After you have grabbed, दिख रहा है तुमने किया क्या है. तुमने ये ग्रैबिंग किया है 2013 ऑनवर्ड्स. क्या बकवास जो तू ना डेस्परेशन से बकता रहता है पागल की तरह, वो थोड़ा कम किया करो. The insults thrown by you is insulting to your lack of intelligence. You understood? So people who have no intelligence have no right to throw voice at other people's homes. You buffoon and you baboon. हाँ, जो यहाँ से बात करती है उसको फ्रेंड बनना है, बने, नहीं बनना है, मेरी बहन की फ्रेंड बने. बात कर रही है ना, तो यहाँ से बात कर रही है, बात नहीं करती है. Hiding with body far away, throwing voice in somebody else's home. That's what imbeciles do. And she doesn't like it when people are sitting and fighting. She doesn't like me getting rude. Cat gets upset. Not only cat, I think all whoever is the group of people, they get upset. I don't want to upset them. So finger on the lips, don't interfere. Okay, let's see if you can see my fingers. Hand movement दिखता है? You can catch it? Okay, good. Okay, I think this is better. Hi, cutie, you're telling them kita sap. You're telling them no. You'll get a kick in. Don't make me lose my temper over here. आवाज कम कर नहीं तो एक. Okay, dollies, are you all here? Cutie pies. Okay, I hope you're not upset with what I've said. Are you upset? Okay, good. You're in a good mood. You would like all your family members to do some kind of bhog to the gods. You all will go there and eat. Especially the Marwari and the Gujarati households where all your favorite food is cooked. You want them to cook all your favorite food and say they are charawing it to the dada dadis of their home and to leave it over there overnight. You want all your children to do that, and grandchildren in case you have some. All the names that I have already taken. Okay, hopefully the right kind of people are. She says yes. They say yes. So the names that I have already taken who have passed over, I will again repeat it. You can have the duplicates in front of you, but no person worth their salt will tell you no, भगवान को भोग नहीं चढ़ाना है, थोड़ा निकाल के प्लीज़ चढ़ाओ it, and especially favorites that you know were liked as dishes earlier. If anyone says no, then you know वो जो है duplicate माल है. Also taste it after you offered it after some time. कोई भी वहाँ पे कांडी करके ऊपर नीचे खाना के साथ करे, you will come to know the quality of the person. You understood? Cheap minds are cheap minds only. They can never ever equate to what is the good mind by birth. So who are the people we are talking about? I'll name it. Vidula Chopra is one name we got. So Vidula's children, daughters. Sakina Halela, she has twins. Manjari Sumani, her daughter. Zara Raimtullah, not sure if she had children. Okay, no non-vegetarian, only vegetarian favorites of these people. Okay, Preeti and Purnima Agarwal. Bubna's real name I don't know. Ashrita Daga, Aban Uday Agarwal, Ashish Bhatia, Amit Bagri, Amin Gopalani, Neville Dotiwala, his divorced wife who was from the Raheja family, my Rakhi brother Ashish Jatyani, then Burzin, his girlfriend Veera, Shalini Lalwani, and Junaki Nagpal, Jojo. These are the people that I know so far. Okay? So these are the households, whether one way or the other, if you do the offering and you're doing the offering to no harm. At the most it will go to God और तुमको पुण्य मिलेगा. But if it is true that these people have passed over, they've got clones, because that's what they have done for a long time, तो नुकसान तुमको one way or the other होगा. So they are asking no non-veg. I find it a little difficult primarily because I do eat non-veg. So I have to go out of my mind to think now in vegetarian what to do. So some of your households are pure vegetarian. So it makes it easier. And they're coming to you as a group. In this group, like if you take Kat, JAYA.ADVANI, in her case, there are 4 girls who have already passed away, including the girl who created the Advani Madness chat, Kundalani chat, Sadrangani chat, the chat for the school parents. वहाँ पे एक जेनी है, मुनामी है, और एक मनीषा थी. How many shapeshifters have rotated through the years? That's anybody's guess. But the one who created Advani madness, she's no more in the body. Neither is she part of this group of my friends from school and college who are here. They come and go. Other than her, there is a girl who's not part of this group. She was not from a very good background. That is 1996, 1997. She, Aarti, Arta were switching along with Kat, I think. Kat had already got into something else somewhere else. So the shifting was being done between Aarti Arta and this other girl from not a good background. That girl, Aarti Arta, is still here. That girl is no more. From not a great background, but she's a nice person. She is with this group. Okay, that's what the pendulum has said. So anyway, I've passed on the message about this core thing that can be done. It's a very simple thing. But if it can make the spirit world more energetic and more happy, from the spirit world to help overhaul what is very dark, then it's a very simple remedy actually. And don't expect overnight results. My practices have started from the time I was 3 months old, and 14 to be specific. So don't expect absolute miracles. You just do your bit. It is like you have a grandmother, grandfather in your home. They're in front of you in body. They're still around you, but now they're not in the body, they're in spirit. Some of us can talk to them, some of us can't, but they're always there. So just that way. Okay? Okay. Is there anything you want to discuss today? Yesterday I was pretty blank in the evening, so I did not even bother actually coming and holding the pendulum. Did you recognize some voice that actually was thrown in my home? That is your relative? I don't recognize who that voice is, but you recognize that voice. It was a girl's voice. So either she's your granddaughter, daughter, great-granddaughter, sister, mother, something of that sort. You are her relative. Okay, sweetie. Anyway. Is my sister Cat around you? Varsha? You're around, sweetie pie? Dancing eyes? Naughty as ever? Yesterday you people went to somebody else's home to eat because it was pretty. You all got good food? Good. Now tell me one thing. You still want to discuss this, baby? But what do you want to discuss? Because I am little confused. I don't know what to ask. I need to undo myself. Actually, I need to I don't know. Parsha, on my behalf, can you please tell Shirdi Sai Baba? I don't want to be, if there's going to be an overhauling, I don't want to be here 10, 15 years more. Can you please talk to him? He tells me don't be scared of what? Sickness and calamity is he telling me? Don't be afraid of sickness and calamity is he telling me? Is he talking to somebody who has already passed on into the spirit world? He's talking to somebody who's connected with my glasses, who can watch some stuff in my home through my glasses. He's talking to somebody of that sort. That person is a lady. That person is a good soul. He's blessing her a lot. When that lady moves to the afterlife, she'll be joining you. Again, you all will be a naughty lot, as usual. Anyway, you all will continue watching over me and being my company. So I will continue communicating with you guys in this manner. Okay, great. Wait, if there's somebody in my glasses, let me put my glasses so they're able to just check some things out. Just 1 minute. I need to put my glasses in a better way. Okay. So tell me one thing, that lady is a little unwell as of now. She's not well. Again, thanks to Kira. So do you see her problems coming to an end within a year's time? Do you see her getting freed up from whatever the problems are that this guy has gone putting on her? Also, I just want to ask you one thing, Varsha. Just tell me the truth. This whole lot of you people, just tell me the truth. During my prayers yesterday and day before, and not that, इसको बोल बात मत करने के लिए हमारे माउथ के ऊपर एंड चेंजिंग द वे आई टॉक. During my prayers yesterday and day before, I just mentioned about what I saw, right, out of nowhere. Twice was के जो है बॉल ऑफ फायर विष्णु जो है ब्लैक स्नेक पे छोड़ने वाला है, और स्नेकलिट्स पे भी दोनों टाइम. दैट्स व्हाट आई सॉ. इज दैट कमिंग टू पास, बेबी? That's going to be coming to pass? Am I that huge ball of fire? Am I the snake? Is the event to happen because it is predestined and it is as part of a contract that has to work itself out in the timeline according to the universal laws? विष्णु का ही काम है तो विष्णु करेगा ना. Shirdi Sai Baba heads everything. So what is Shirdi Sai Baba's doing? He only does everything. Second thing is, I saw one version of Mr. Kanhaiya Lal. Mr. Kanhaiya Lal, Hukumat Rai Advani. The fluffy, fair, fat, well-built version of Mr. Kanhaiya Lal, the pleasant man. I saw him holding his ears and dipping 10 times in the Ganges. That man is still in his human form today. That man is Kabir Gupta, the original Kabir Gupta. Is he Kabir Hingorani by any chance? This man obviously is a Hindu, though you would not guess because he's pretty well-rounded in his ways. तो लग रहा है हिंदू है. हिंदू नहीं है तो गैंजीज के अंदर कान को पकड़ के क्या डिपिंग कर रहा था नॉन स्टॉप. That's what I saw yesterday. You are talking to them. You're talking to them because they're talking parallelly from the fan. So I'm just saying, Varsha, the vision that I saw of the man holding his ears and dipping himself in the Ganges water, was that real? Second, is that man in his human body still? Is he still in his human form? That man is, for some reason, figured out what he's done. Has he contributed to something that is not good? Is that why we were shown that he's dipping himself in the Ganges? That man is born a Hindu. The man who was shown to me with Papa's face on him, holding his ears, dipping himself in the Ganges, is born Hindu. Anyway, I hope Shirdi Sai Baba is going to forgive him and let him be, if he's for most part of it a good man. And he genuinely didn't know he was making a mistake. Shirdi Sai Baba is not going to forgive him. He has to make good his actual karma done by him. Bad, then good, then good. He has to go ahead with his contribution, the way he has done it and how it has affected everybody. You're saying on the back of his some decision taken by him, it caused lots of mess for lots of people. It destroyed lots of people's good work. So there are politicians and there are world leaders who are not going to let the matter go in the spirit realm. Connected even with our courts, law and order, justice systems also. Are there corporate honchos also who have decided no, they want the matter to be addressed in the spirit world and the wrongdoers to be brought to book at an atmic level? So he has done, that means this nice version of Papa, the fat fluffy cat, has given with wrong activity which really affected lots of homes and lots of corporates and lots of justice system, government and lots of things of that sort. Do I know this man without him wearing Papa's disguise? Do I know him under normal circumstances? Do I know this man under normal circumstances? This man is Mr. Bezos because they keep talking about Mr. Bezos. I say Mr. Bezos is such a nice man. His wife also was so good. So it's not Mr. Bezos. I would not expect it actually. What I said about Mr. Bezos is compared to my Dadi and my Dada's thinking. Mr. Bezos is a very rich man who has earned his money honestly, doing good business, and he has built it with his spouse. The two of them seem to have been an intellectually connected couple who are friends also, and they have built something beautiful and huge and great for everybody. That kind of a person cannot mess up society. But from my Dada Dadi's perspective, before Mr. Bezos became Mr. Bezos, I was saying the conservatism with my family and many other families, it's not actually conservative. It's not about Mr. Bezos. Before or after. If I go to a medical school, I cannot pass a commerce exam. If I go to an art school, I cannot pass a medical exam. And neither can I study those components. The curriculum for all of us is different. We just need to do what we're supposed to do. What I'm saying is, when we're born in a human form, it is very difficult to get a bird's eye view of the entire situation. But when we're in spirit, we're expanded. All the best decisions are taken over there because everybody knows everything for its entirety. It's not taking a bit and a bite based on just that little bit bite, manipulating the entire thing, not knowing what the history is, not knowing anything. When in the spirit, you know not only the history, you know the quality of the Atma, you know everything. So the decisions taken at spirit are definitely of greater consequence with relevance for a more positive outcome than what we try to force here on earth. That's all I am saying. When it comes to Mr. Bezos's wife, she's born in a free land called America. She's born in a family naturally to take her own decisions. That's because naturally she's born over there. She can take whatever decision. Her grandfather's not going to say, or grandmother's not going to say, her father's not going to say, oh my, this is the background, that's the thing, no, it's not okay. No, those rules and regulations happen in some families here. But then that's the family you are born in. Follow it. Why you want to make your grandparents unhappy? Yes or no? So let everybody do their own thing. We all come here with our own curriculum. Let's pass our exams and move. I don't understand why everything has to be an issue by free will over here, whereas you can exercise free will to great grandeur with far more knowledge. Everything black and white in front of you when you're in spirit. Why you don't do it over there? So it's not about Mr. Bezos or anything. It is how you keep twisting things. And if you had anything when it comes to Mr. Bezos, he also started from humble beginnings. It's not that he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Then why you got rid of him? Why you showed him cleaning toilets? Why? That also in 2020, 2021. If you have that greater heart, then he also worked over time from humble beginnings to become somebody. Why you have affected him? So you don't follow your own rules. You use religion, but you have affected the religion sects of everything. Today you are talking Baha'i, but actually I am understanding via the pendulum you are an atheist. Born in a Catholic family initially, not Mr. Bezos, SL. The stock taking boy at Cotton World up to the time that Sanjeev Rajan Lekhraj was done away with, October 1995. I have been in that situation for 10 months, September 2001 all the way to August 2002. I would have never got married to the boy if there was an energetic misfit, which at some point in time I told him towards the last 2 months or 1 month in that setup. I said, what is your background? Where are you from? That's because there's an energetic mismatch. My own aunt, 2 weeks before the marriage was to happen, or a week before, she says, if you're not okay with it, break the engagement, don't get into it. I don't come from a family where I have to do things. There's no have to. And we don't get into things to get out of it, but the energy has to be okay. So if there's something that is a little haywire, that is because our great Don John is playing around. Now that mind is very dangerous. Initially it was applied only for his own entertainment. He's been put away for 19 years. His mind and other CEO minds, those who are still alive. But this is one key one. Yes, Cyrus Mystery number 4. With 6 planets in Mercury. 5 in his progress chart. So he would not have used it in his conscious state if he had to support criminals and he's alive and he knows what he's doing. He's now in a deep state. He's been in a deep state for 19 years. They have grabbed his thought processes, giving him problems to solve for them. And his clever mind, intelligent mind sorts it, but he is in a deep sleep. He's sorting it for the criminals. This is how they've been able to wear the egos of passed on CEOs. They can be preschoolers. They can be taporis. They can be Marathi taporis who can wear the ego of some very, very high achieving CEO who's dead and then become him. This is what they've been doing. So you really do need to find this issue at the core. If you get him back, you're able to get him out from, they're saying that Aquatic Research Center outside Ras Laffan Industrial Estate, and he would have been put also over there, you know by who? He used to, I think he has spawned some girl from a impoverished background. She made that a big deal. So it is like, and you fed Rosie stale food. So snakes and snakelets come out to make that an issue. The politician loves it because on the back of it, if he harasses people and wins elections, showing, oh, see, they are somebody. Look, I destroyed the entire family. You are from the slum, but you are empowered. I'll show you how you are empowered. Then he goes fucking around. He's not even from here. Yeah, Middle Eastern blood. And those guys are uneducated. They don't even know what they're actually doing to themselves going forward. This is the way he has played the game. Yes, the Hindus in the BJP left behind, or NDA left behind, you are all scapegoats for the future. They don't like Indians and they don't like Hindus. You ask me, I am the evidence of how much they have insulted me during my prayers. Not that I'm a Hindu, I'm supposed to have Spanish bloodline, but from infancy I'm brought up a particular way. So, I just go with whatever I say is best for me, and it has worked for me. It's good. But I know whenever there is something, and whenever they bring in a brown Indianized face, because they have my DNA with them. So sometimes they make me look like this, sometimes they make me look like that, sometimes whenever they make me look like an Indian, they give me bad words, they call me names. They've been doing this since 2013. Sapda, you sapda. Be careful. हमारे कान में ज्यादा बकवास नहीं करना है. Understood? So anyway, this is why first-hand evidence I'm giving you. You can choose to believe me or you can thrash it, but I'm telling you this is the truth. Okay, I have also said it before. You are scapegoats. हमेशा याद करो, जो चेस बोर्ड होता है, पॉन उसके ऊपर खुद को उठा के यहाँ वहाँ नहीं जाता है. जो आउटसाइड ऑफ द चेस बोर्ड होता है वो चेस खेलता जाता है. You're a pawn on the chess board. That's all. Okay? I have to establish it in black and white. Okay? Now, what was actually the topic? How dangerous that mind is. When it is strategizing, these CEOs are contributing through deep mind, but it is the criminals grabbing the information and putting it to play with an outcome they want. They have done this. Can you imagine an FBI agent, a CIA agent, a Feds agent pulled out, Mossad agent, RAW agent pulled out? They are top of their game if it is prior to a particular time. So then, okay. Now that mind is in deep state, deep sleep. Neither dead nor alive, nor is it in the afterlife. But it's thinking. The brain power is being used by the criminal cartel to get every act on the chessboard done using their mind. Also, that mind is like an AC split. You know, split AC? So the center point is the center point. The AC split goes into every part of the house. Right? Split AC. Or then in our, what do you call cable, they have, what do they do? Split. So one wire to one bedroom, other to another. From a central point, it gets split. Right? So what they're doing with the mind of the CEOs, MDs who they've pulled off, or they're very top professionals, that ego is put onto those who are shape-shifting in rotation. The thinking is used for wherever the applications have to be done, keeping the original in a deep state, deep mind, deep sleep. neither dead nor alive, but they can come back to normal life if they are allowed to be pulled out from there, brought back to their conscience. It will take them a little time to reorient themselves. Once they're able to, the pendulum insists they can get back to their normal life. For that, they need to be found and pulled out. So the first thing is, you'll see bumbling bees. If you find one CEO also, pull him out of that deep state, bring him back to normal life. One more suggestion, ये जो कर रहा है हमेशा यही करता है, जिसको the one he kills or rather declares dead is in a deep state somewhere. The wife who's actually dead, he keeps her alive and has 20 shapeshifters for her. Same with the mother. In the case of SP, there is a shapeshifter for the older brother, and that's why he cannot be trusted, is what the pendulum says. So you understand what it is what you don't see, and what it is not is what is shown to you. They've been messing it around with SIM, telephony, IP, broadband, Wi-Fi. Now the latest one, यहाँ पे I'm doing pendulum session. Yesterday in the morning he sent me a deep state dream where he is managing the pendulum and giving answers which is opposite to what it is. He wants to manipulate that also because he's desperate. But you are going to be caught now. I don't remember what you were doing. All I saw is you are doing your own thing in my sleep. I say, if I understand this mindset, he wants to manipulate, force everything in the opposite direction of what it is. This is how he's gotten away all these years. There is a live session happening here. Then why you have to send it in my sleep? Why? Because next level of manipulation. So I am just saying one thing. Wherever my pendulum is saying that no, the person is actually dead, but you see them alive, इनका खातेदारी अच्छी तरह करना, साइड पे एक को निकाल के साइड पे रखो, खिलाओ पिलाओ, लेकिन इसको बाहर मत भेजो. फिर देखो कौन दूसरा चूहा आता है उसके जगह पे. Everybody will stop going out. But if they don't rotate in that position, तो siphoning of money and misuse of assets of other people कैसे हो सकता है? Same time find if really the CEO is still alive and in a deep mind. If he is not a CEO, whatever he is, point is find where the originals are. Yes, do it for Patsy also, do it for Rohika Chagla also. मज़ा ही मज़ा है, मज़ा ही मज़ा है. उसके बाद 20 है जो शेप शिफ्टिंग करते, दे डोंट नो द ABC ऑफ लॉ. क्या है रोहिका डोट हुआ? पहले हमको इंसल्ट कर रहा था रोहिका के नाम लेके. आई डोंट नो रोहिका, दैट्स द बेस्ट पार्ट. यू डोंट नो हर रियल हिस्ट्री. तुमको बस शेप शिफ्टिंग करना है, एक्सपीरियंस लेके निकलना है कि नहीं? बट दैट लेडी एंड द अदर लेडी पैथी हैव रियल फैमिली. दे हैव रियल डिसेंडेंट्स दैट हैव टू बी safe. They cannot have shapeshifters coming and going. The ones who passed on need their last rites done. They are uncomfortable when they see the rats have come and they're eating like there's no tomorrow. Then they dare to sit and insult people who may not be of that caliber, don't care to be of that caliber. It's not the prerogative. But at least let me live my life the way God has given it to me. वहाँ पे भी कांड ही करना है. चोरी का माल पे तुम लोग रोटेट कर रहे हो, फिर जा रहे हो हमारे घर पे और इंसल्ट करते रहते हो. और जब कर रहे हो कहाँ से कर रहे हो? फ्रॉम बैक. So all this is literally worse than the derailing of the Deccan Queen. So that has to be put back into place. Okay? That's the most important. Get it by birth. That's all I will tell you. And don't, if you're going to continue with this useless kind of activity, फिर पूछने का भी नहीं है, क्योंकि according to law of karma, all those who have passed on, they are going to be witnesses in the lit realm of judges. वहाँ पे there is a huge council, and it is not like over here. तो वहाँ पे even 1 mm you can't get away. You understand? तो सोच समझ के जो तुम लोग कर रहे हो, सोच समझ के करो. नॉट लाइक दैट वर्जन ऑफ शलीना. पापा का क्रमेशन अभी हुआ भी नहीं है. ऑन दी 3rd of May 2018 she's gone to do his cremation. She's come back. Then I'm literally passing out. I've gone down to go with them to Chandanwadi, the crematory ground. But I think I'm going to pass out, so I go back home and I sit down. I look like I'm going to pass out. She comes back and she says, show your reports. So I didn't show her the medical reports. No, I had not got it. She said, no, I don't believe you're not well. Then she says, I don't believe in God. I believe I am God. So that kind of thinking, that is not my cat. Varsha, my cat, had the Sai Satcharitra from the time I was 14-16 years old. She would be 2 years younger than me. So for every second thing she will do the Sai Satcharitra. When you do the Sai Satcharitra from the time you're a teenager, the question that there is no God, I am God, I have godliness in me if I follow some things subscribed. But there is a God, right? I don't think she would talk that language. Yet she has gone on record to say it. 2018 is how many years after 2013? How many years after? 5 years after? Rohika has been brought in to be Mrs. Anita Merchant after I have gone away to New Zealand, because I talk to my mom twice a day, thrice a day, habitually from 1983. That has stopped ever since 2016 because the relationship is not fitting in. Can you explain it to me? Why? Explain, come on. My sister and I are like this, and we fool around a lot. How come I'm connecting with that energy on the pendulum, but I can't connect with you, with your body on the ground? There is something very uncomfortable amongst us. But the thing is, my sister and I have been there for each other from the time of the 70s. We're a naughty bunch of cousins who hang around. How come it is difficult to get that now? Simply because, but I get that energy here. That's because you are not who you say you are. It cannot be more clear in black and white than what I'm saying. You think you can fool the crowds, they're going to find you. Most importantly, that black, freaking, ugly, poisonous, venomous, ugly, huge snake, along with the snakelets, are going to be washed out with fire. होके ही रहेगा. होके ही रहेगा. You want something, you earn it. You don't earn it, accept it. Work towards earning it. Don't worsen it. And those who have earned it, don't grab. This is what you have done in this step. Now, I don't want to lose my temper here. They get also a little upset. They want to be fun. We'll be fun. Okay? Rohika, I want to know one thing from you. You exited in the first half of 2013, but then there have been so many Mrs. Anita Merchants. Once I went and lived in Lonavala after 2013. I don't know whether it was 13 or 14. It's the last time I lived over there. I had driven my Vento car all the way from my Fort Jaswell, South Bombay to Lonavala. Then I had parked the Vento car over there for however long I was staying. Then I drove the Vento car back home. But when I came back home, they had closed the road to Bombay Hospital from the income tax, and a car had been caught fire or was torched, not sure. So there was a big fire over there. Now, the thing is, on that trip, what had happened is one morning when I had woken up, my stomach was hurting really badly for 2 days. So, was that the time that the embryo or something was stolen from me? Is that what had happened? Or some kind of something of that sort? Okay, now can you tell me from the time that you have exited? I won't know who these people are, but from the time you have exited, how many people would have shapeshifted for Mrs. Anita Merchant? Are you able to tell me that? Do you need time to study it and then let me know after some time? Okay, you will need how much time to actually access the information? Do you want like a day's time? Do you want 2 days' time? Should I give you about a week's time? Should I give you 2 days' time? What I'll do is I'll ask you tomorrow if you have the information, all right. If you need more time, I'll keep asking you if you have the information. So I'll just give you so you can just, figure it out. So just see if you can find out how many people rotated. Also, if you can find out whether they were people from big families, like you're from a big family and a good family and a great family background. So whether they were of that caliber or it was a mix or it was entirely impoverished people that Kira brought in, for his own efforts. So if you can do that, I think I'll check with you after 2 days, to be safe. Okay, great. So now what should I do? Is there anything you wish to speak more? You want to talk about Cyrus? You want these people to go there and look for him in this location? Who should go? I don't know anything about our military or like police or CID or ATS. I don't know anything. Raw should go. Raw should take what I'm saying seriously. But the thing is, I went to the Raw website to see how to get in touch with them. But I don't know how to get in touch with them because they don't get in touch with you. I don't know. It's very strange. You want Indian Raw to look into the matter and to go to this place and figure it out and to unplug him? Cyrus's state is dangerous for the events to come. Is that what you're trying to say? That his okay, what I said about his mind being used by criminals for criminal activity to play chess on a chessboard, with him being in a deep sleep and a deep state. Is that what the danger is? Is that what you're trying to say? And it may not be the whole picture, but is it some contribution to, let's just say, the whole picture? Is this what you're trying to communicate to them? Because I have to do like guesswork. I don't know what to do. That's not what you're trying to communicate with them? Okay. That's not what she's trying to communicate. But you want Raw to go and actually check this research facility out whichever way they can. It's important that they do that they access the aquatic research facility close to Purple Island and the mangroves outside Ras Lafan Industrial Estate in Qatar. That's what you want them to go and take him out of the where you say, is he in the afterlife? Is Cyrus with you? Is not with you? Is he anywhere in the Brahmand in the afterlife? Are you in the afterlife, Rohika Chagla, or Mrs. Rohika Mistry, or Mrs. Rohika Chagla Mistry? You are in the afterlife? Just so that they are understanding that the pendulum does the same thing. She gets tired, huh? She has exited ill. So I don't want to harass her also, but just for Raw to know where they need to keep. She's saying she wants you to go to the facility, if I can say it openly. She wants you to retrieve Cyrus. He is one of the many contributive to the criminals for the mind, and then applying it for their criminal activities and forced transformation. What I'm saying, Rohika, do you think it's a good idea if Raw pulls out any one version of Rohika, keeps her on the side, any one version of Patsy, keeps her on the side? Will they be able to cut into the network of the duplicates if they do that? Out of the shapeshifters, if they manage to keep one, wherever they suspect that it is a possible problem, if Raw pulls one person out wherever the pendulum is saying these people are no more in their body, and every home has shapeshifters, 2020 for one identity. If they pull one person out without anyone's knowledge, not mistreat the person at all, give them the basics for decent living in an undisclosed location, would they be able to quickly net at least the stat of the entire nexus? Would you be okay suggesting that to them? She says, yes, that's a good way. It's a start and it's a good way. Yeah, be made, you go to hell. Don't talk shit in my home, you'll get one mukka on your face, you'll come to know. Understood? Elbow से तुमको एक मुक्का मारेंगे. Okay, Rohika, when it comes to Cyrus, you want to say something? Do you want me to do a Scrabble throw? Because my mind is kind of, only limited up to that much. My mind is limited. See, he's making the phone, he's making the, phone jump up and down extra. So anyway, you want me to do a Scrabble throw? It will make it easier. I'll just do the Scrabble throw right now. Okay? दिमाग खाती है. I better offer new stuff. I've been a little lazy. So anyway, chalo. So we are moving on from the previous read. We're doing what she has said to do now. I'll show you where. whatever she wants to say, तुम्हारा टाइम अभी ख़त्म होने को आ रहा है. अंडरस्टूड? Let them catch you, come to know. कुछ भी होवे. Okay, so we will go ahead and so please guide Shirdi Sai Baba also, please guide what needs to be spoken, because I can understand it is difficult for communication in words from the spirit world, yet there is a communication that I believe they've been trying to do. So today now the communication is about what Mrs. Rohika Chagla Mistry wants to speak with connection to her husband called Mr. Cyrus Mistry. Okay, this is what this throw is, she says, to through the Scrabble to ask, and whatever she wishes to say, it will come out in the throw. Okay. I don't like to see things like this, Rohika. I feel very sad when I see these kind of things. I feel very sad when I see these kind of things. SP is Shapurji Palunji. Bore is that bastard. 1971 born. To beg is to beg only. So it is the bore who is responsible. 1971. Not SRL. How to understand this, I don't know. But this is the interaction, this is the reason things have gone haywire. SP himself, Shapurji Palunji, is, a huge conglomerate. The reading says that Cyrus Mistry, according to the astrologers, study of his horoscope, it says that he is born in a family where he is born with a silver spoon in his mouth and whatever. He's very intelligent, very sharp. Okay, all that is fine. What I'm saying is, when it comes to Cyrus Mistry, I don't want to be interrupted because I have a flow of thought. This is not a joke. You understood? I don't want interference because you are worried you will get caught. Don't do that. When it comes to, no, Cyrus Mistry is not my date. He is the husband of Rohika Chagla Mistry. Okay? I would really like to move on with the read. There are very important points that when I was reading the analysis of the astrologer, he was analyzing whether that accident could have been avoided. Now the point that I am trying to make is he called Cyrus Mistry lazy in his analysis. He says, he calls him lazy 2-3 times during the analysis. He says this boy, because his Saturn is retrograde in Aries, I think, which means Saturn doesn't support him. Could he have, actually Ratan Tata should have brought the horoscope and I would have told him don't make him the CEO, chairman or whatever it is he was for a few years before they decided to call it off. I say, with that kind of a Saturn, is it possible that he's taken, abducted, put into deep mind? Here's the Saturn Mahadasha, according to that horoscope that the astrologer has put out, started in 2008 according to that time. What happens is when we don't have the timing, most planets stay similar. The Mahadasha moves little ahead or little before. Maybe this started in 2006 and almost immediately he was pulled off the grid. The question of being lazy, as identified in the horoscope chart analysis by another astrologer, they used to talk about Salman Khan. That Salman Khan is a wild boy, but he's lazy also on the sets. To wake him up and get him to come to the sets, he's a wild boy. The same thing that was said about Salman Khan before he became a very hard-working boy. And he became a being human PR exercise done by the press post 2008. Don't play sounds from my body. So if a wild boy whose girlfriend say, oh, he poured this on my head, he got thrown out of the rental because he was partying till 4 and 5 in the morning. It was disturbing all the residents. He's staying in the ground floor. Never moved out of there. Surely that's not the guest house for all the shapeshifters. नहीं तो इतना पैसा होके क्यों ऐसे रहे? स्टार है, कोई भी आके चाबुक मारे. अभी तक कोई नहीं किया है. ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे रहता है. But Taylor. Don't throw voice unless you don't have face. राजा बनना है, जन्म से आओ, कोख में. छीनने का नहीं है, तुम्हारा हक का नहीं है छीनने के लिए. कमाई कर, पढ़ाई कर, कमाओ. And you have no right of taking people out from their actual birth and grabbing what is not yours just to take at whim and wrong understanding. And it's okay, you are a Mental delinquent. Why are you drawing everybody else to fall with you? तुमको गिरना है गिरो, दूसरों को नर्क में क्यों धकेल रहा है with all so much dance drama? Why? Who are you? तुमको तुम्हारा कमाई से ना खुशी है. Why dump your shit on other people, Baba? Let them finish what is their duty. If they've been born in homes where they can employ 500 people, blue collar, white collar, out of collar, outsource, business करे, उनके नेक्स्ट जनरेशन, हमारी जनरेशन के लोग को तुमने क्यों ऑफ किया? ताकि एक्सपीरियंस उनके एसेट्स, उनके परदादे के एसेट्स पे आवारापन किसी को भी उठा के लेके आओ रोटेशन पे. हाउ डेयर यू? तुमने डेकन क्वीन को डीरेल किया है, पर तुमको पता है तुमने तुम्हारे आत्मिक किंग एंड क्वीन को कितना डीरेल किया है. These guys are still having fun. You saw Shirdi Sai Baba has to been telling them, don't make fun of others, don't speak badly about others. He has told them, don't discriminate. These girls had not Rohika. This is about that other bunch. Bubna, Ashita Dhaga, Manjari Sumani Jalan, Preeti Agarwal, Purnima Agarwal, Abhay Uday, Varsha, Kat. They're a fun bunch. They don't mean it. But they're a fun bunch. They'll do their own thing, but he has told them, don't make fun of people. They must be doing that in spirit. You are more alive in spirit, only you don't have the body. Everybody regroups in their own groups. After they go from here, you call it soul tribes. In the realm also there are communities. They stick together. They come to earth also for a purpose together to get some things done. Some are lucky to leave early, some have to hang around a little longer. But once they regroup, there's still a fun group. What about the group who called Samuel the Mule? That was an Irish family who says Samuel the Mule and they're laughing. They come in only for 2 minutes and then they leave also quickly. That was like as if we're in like an Irish pub or something and they're enjoying themselves. But they called Samuel the Mule. Our Samuel Mule. So if you don't have the body, it doesn't mean you're not alive. यहाँ पे तुम चोरी करे, बॉडी तो निकले, यहाँ पे जो कुछ भी होवे, असली रूप तो आत्मिक रूप है. तो यहाँ से निकलूँ, everyone goes back to their own clusters. अब तू क्या करेगा यहाँ पे इतना मैनिपुलेशन करके? जब तू आधा झूठ बोलता है, तुम्हारे ही अगेंस्ट होता है. किसी और को डीरेल करो, तो खुद 100% ज़्यादा डीरेल होता है. ये बात तो समझने पता नहीं क्या है. इज इट अ मेंटल डिफॉर्मिटी? इज इट एन इंटेलेक्चुअल इनकैपेसिटी? और आर यू जस्ट not bothered because before you were born you come from Patal and Nark, you spend some time over here as a breather, you go back, you know you're going back there, so you don't care. What is your actual problem? I can't understand. असली प्रॉब्लम कहाँ से ओरिजिनेट होता है? So Borbeg SPO, I don't know if SP Bor, he is born in the sign of the monkey. 1971 is the sign of the boar. 1971 is SRL, but SRL they're saying was murdered in 1995. After that, things were different. AO is to do with Kerala for sure. So it is an interaction between a Keralite and people at SP. AO, the Keralite had to be for wo. I am not a Keralite, even though a Keralite at Bhatia Hospital, when Dr. Samdani enters, he asks her, who is this? She says, my daughter. But I am not a Keralite's daughter. That was planned by you for recording, for evidence, manipulative evidence. My real mother, Mrs. Anita Merchant, who's a widow, and ex-Mrs. Anita Advani is very alive and I'm very happy. She's not in this country, she's somewhere else. लेकिन उसको हर चीज़ आता है. And she's in good hands, and that's a huge relief, but it's not surprising because she has established that Satya Sai Baba is her father in 1983 when she had to move on. But she says, no, Satya Sai Baba is my father and he takes care of the next generation too. So I'm not worried about you two girls. Everything will be fine. Papa has done lots for you. Everything is set. He has already bought things in your name. So there is no problem. And I will be keeping in touch. Papa's angry now, but later on he will cool down. Then we'll meet more often. For now, okay, whatever it is. You know, he gets angry, but afterwards he'll cool down. Don't worry. So that lady is still alive somewhere. Even I don't know where she's at. Apparently, the people in the NDA, there's somebody over there along with SL who's on a hunt for her. Hopefully, they will not ever find her. लेकिन उसको पता है क्या क्या है. तो डांस ड्रामा केरलाइट हमारे साथ करना नहीं है. तेरे बाप के बाप के बाप तेरे पैर के नीचे से क्या खींचेगा पता नहीं. बहुत केयरफुल रहो. If my mother says that her father is Satya Sai Baba and my mother and my father are connected with Shirdi Sai Baba from the time I'm crawling in Jaswell, because he has a particular photo up above his chair in his office room inside the house. We have grown up learning to walk holding those chairs, or then holding the bed in the next room, which is my parents' bedroom. तुमको क्या लगता है तू कुछ भी पकेगा और हम उसको इम्बाइब करेंगे? नो, why should I? I got my own history from 73. So we have learnt walking standing on those chairs only. Why Rosie is protective about me? Because she has watched me crawl shit all over that fucking place. And probably going, holding the chair, standing on it, the other chair. We're crawling all the time. Then learning to walk. I got photos of Rosie holding me under my arm, dressed in a jumpsuit, in my dadi's room. This is why she was throwing the snakes out. उसको पता है क्या है. Rosie Fernandez. तो any which ways, what I am just telling you, तुम्हारा ये जो cheap tricks है is not going to work. I am not a Keralite. I am a Sindhi. Amil, even if I got Spanish bloodline and I was kidnapped, doesn't matter. लेकिन इन्फेंसी से हमारा जो जन्म से तो नहीं, लेकिन हमारा अपब्रिंगिंग जो है फ्यू डेज ओल्ड से यहीं पे हुआ है ना, तो तुमको क्या प्रॉब्लम है? यू बी केयरफुल. बहुत केयरफुल रहो. केयरफुल रहो. तो एओ जो है, आई एम नॉट एओ, आई एम सिंधी आमिल. Okay, and all Sindhi girls, many Sindhi girls have European bloodline. स्पेन से लेके, फ्रेंच से लेके, डच से लेके, कोई ना कोई स्ट्रिंग उसके अंदर होता है. All of them are anemic. In my case, I'm anemic, little extra, thalassaemic minor. Okay? I want no nonsense. And fed up. अब हीरोइका यहाँ पे जो है, she's trying to talk something. So let's just move on with her topic. Everywhere I cannot keep poking my nose and talking about me. This is not about me, this is about her. लेकिन जिसने एओ बोला है, I am not Keralite. Okay, so I don't know over here. SP bag wo ER AO, that's another thing. Another thing about the year AO. they would have affected him, I feel. Again, we've got the word Garib. I told you this is about a woman spurned. This is about a woman spurned. This is about a woman spurned. I was told when I left that so-called sham of a setup of 10 months, 2001 September, ending 4th of August 2002. I was told generally the boy says what? Generally I leave the girl. You're the first one who's doing the same thing I do and not caring a bit. हमने उसको बोला कुछ नहीं. आज रेट्रोस्पेक्ट में बोलूं, अगर हमारा बाप हमारे लिए हर चीज़ किया है, where he has taken care of my well-being and my little baby Varsha, so you may be a somebody, you may have a lot, but my dad also, whatever he's done for me with his honest hard work, with no thanks to anybody else, at the most he had his own whatever, his own support system. वहाँ पे गरीबी है लेकिन SP भी है. We are better than SP. At least whatever we earn is no wooing anybody. It's honest work, honest business and done properly. लेकिन जिसको नहीं आता है जाके कचरा दूसरे के ऊपर जाके फेंके ताकि उनके घटियापन दिखाई नहीं देवे. Don't talk shit in my home. My house has been affected from 86, 87 onwards. But luckily my father did everything for me before 87. So you are useless. Don't you dare talk. I will not spare you in the Brahmand. तू भीख मांगेगा नरक से निकलने के लिए 11, 12, 22 कल्पा. तू इतना घटिया है, इतना घटिया है. You in front of me had a broken your freaking face. Be careful. तू भीख मांगेगा फैंसी ड्रेस कंपटीशन का 5 सेकंड. तुमको वो घटिया आत्मा नर्क में रहता हुआ उसको ढकने के लिए नंगापन जो घटिया है तो in a fancy dress competition, a bloody fucking parasitic dress you will not get to cover that useless atma that you are. Go to hell. You understood what I said? तो ये लड़का जो है he is not available as of now. You need to bring him out. He's got a very sharp mind, intelligent but used in the hands of the criminals. This is how all your corporates have been plugged by criminals. Your governments all over have shape-shifting criminals. The army, the agents, the police is only as good as the government. Where your orders come from? Bezos's company networked into every household. Every product you see in this house is bought from Bezos because it is frankly very convenient to living. From these things to all of this to this to everything is all from Bezos. I promise you. वो photo frames भी Bezos के company से, वो box भी Bezos के company से, हर चीज़. ये जो curtain है Bezos के company, वो भी company Bezos का है. वो भी Bezos के ये जो boxes जो कुछ भी है, those little toys also from there. Everything is from there. ये cushions भी वहीं से है. Even the cushions are from there. Fridge also from there. Everything. This fan also is from Bezos's company. All that is from Bezos's company. Others are Urban Ladder. What I'm trying to tell you is his reach to every house is so great. You see this reflection? In case this was coded, it can go live. धागा धागा जो है वो कोडेड हो सकता है. It can transfer through radio frequency everything that's happening inside your house. This glass that you are seeing, if they have done something, it is like, you know how you have that monitor which comes out, transfers images, transfers videos, ये वही कर सकता है. This is what they have done. So what I am saying is, when they get into places, SP who's the Garib for what? Garib means impoverished. Now, does it make sense for Anand's second marriage? What did SL tell me? Anand is marrying Priya because she comes from an impoverished family. So, but Anand, I've been told, is not safe. Not because he's underground, not because he's been kidnapped, not because his brain is not working okay, not because he is in a deep mind. No. He's as free as I am. His house has been plugged with duplicates. That's why. Mr. Anand Khandelwal, who I don't know very well. So when he got married to his wife, second wife called Priya, I was told the reason he chose that girl and not Papi Dasrani, not her, some other Priya, who I don't know, I met her only once at, I don't know, what was it, Sidewalk, Gordon House. Just once I've met her over there with whoever was being the marriage partner at that time, whoever was shape-shifting over there. But the point is, if you are running a thing of shape-shifting and only Sanjeev, who was playing Sanju at that time, knew about it, but Anand didn't know about it, then that is one point that he needs to keep in mind. Right? If he knew what he was doing, it's a different thing. If he didn't know what he was doing, then it's a big problem because he's not safe. Alright? SP wo Garib, maybe O Garib. Don't know who GP is. Oh, GP, I think is a general practitioner. Bow sari. So bow tie and sari. Group C or rope C. Akhil Gupta had some interaction with him in some way. So this has to be through the film sets. I say this boy was shape-shifting, lending his face for Salman Khan, Shah Rukh Khan movies. He is the lazy boy, pulled off. After which God to see Great Ho in 2008, which is done, where it is hinting about communication via SMS from the message center being either obstructed, redirected, or then mixed up communication, changing the original communication before it goes to the receiver's phone. This kind of activity can only be done if very key people connected with telecom, whether Airtel, whether Docomo, or whether they have to use some message center. Don't we have tower sharing? तो एक मैसेज सेंटर को यूज़ करके, वेदर इट इज़ डोकोमो, वेदर इट इज़, आई डोंट थिंक वोडाफोन, आई डोंट नो, डोकोमो और एयरटेल और RIL का जियो वो टाइम पे शुरू हुआ था, नो क्लू. बट ओनली आफ्टर pulling off somebody very key can you mess around from the message center, obstruct messages of whoever you want to, and then rewrite it and send it to the receiver. Sender जो है, he writes a message that is obstructed at the message center, rewritten and sent to the receiver. My calls coming in and going, messages coming and going were a big problem after 2003 onwards or 4 onwards. Even communication via SIM was a big problem, and I thought someone, even IP एड्रेस में उसने हमको क्या बकवास हमको भेजा है, चेंज करके कचरा लिख के, लाइक गार्बेज, गिब्रिश लिख के हमको किसी ने लिखा है. तो दैट गॉट टू सी ग्रेट हो वेयर प्रियंका चोपड़ा इज एक्टिंग इन. (2008) according to me was too late. My pendulum is saying this boy was pulled off in mid 2006. So God to see great ho, that is the movie in which August 2008 is its release. How much time it takes to do the recording and shooting and whatever you do, pre and post production. 2 saal is enough to make that movie. 2 years. Then what about Cotton Worlds with Salman Khan being hired to sell Being Human t-shirts at Cotton World? Then it is found on Fashion Street. वो कौन करेगा? केरला is a communist state. तो केरलाइट ही करेगा. सिंधी फैमिली क्यों करेगा? मान सम्मान का बात है. If Mr. Mithu Undalani is gone jumping out of his seat, of his sofa, one seater on the opposite end of the hall, and gone running to Shalina, beg you, don't do that, our name something, don't do that, it'll affect this, affect that, our Sindhi community, something like that. And she's in glee when she's telling me this. You think that's a Sindhi attitude? Then we couldn't have been brought up by Sindhis, but we were. And they're very particular about lots of things, otherwise I would not be particular. So neither was that Shalina, but that was the original Baiban Mithu Hundalani. तो केरलाइट रहे, सिंधी रहे. सिंधी पंजाबी जो है, दे लव पार्टिंग, दे ऑलवेज फुली स्टाफ्ड. लेकिन स्टाफ बॉम्बे में और दिल्ली में कहाँ से आता है? वेस्ट बंगाल में स्टाफ कहाँ से आता है? यू डू योर फाइंडिंग. लेबर क्लास के अंदर मिडिल ईस्ट कौन जाता है? सिंधीज विल रन. Ashish Bhatia's uncle Chacha was running the recruitment for the labor class from India going to the Middle East. That also must have got him into trouble. तो रिक्रूटमेंट एजेंसी चलाए. मेरा बाप जो है 509 तुलसियानी चेम्बर्स डायरेक्टली हमारे नाम पे जो उसने खरीदा है आंटी, बिना चोरी करके, बिना पूछ के, वहाँ पे उसका जो बिजनेस है, रोज़ी पहले वहाँ पे काम कर रही थी. It was already bought half in my name, half in Varsha's name, with no thanks to you during the 70s. I don't need SP. And I'm not Garib. The way the NDA after 87 went on a rampage putting me below the poverty line, calling me Bena. This is how you won it. It is coming to eat you up alive. It's going to eat you up alive. Anyway, इसका sort करो. O rope bow, CAG. ये बने, I don't know, is it Atul Gupta? Or maybe Saj. Saj जो है असली, Sage. Saj is पक्का Salman Khan. E is the E digital effort. So he also got affected. The Sage also probably got affected. Wants a probe. Woo probe woo Sage. So the Sage went to do a probing into how he does these things. You say anything bad about me or about my dad, I'll get really angry. Understood? And don't you dare change things that my dad has done for me. Have some shame. I'm not sure what I should understand about this. Beer, sage, poo, o, or o. Or maybe I haven't understood this properly. Maybe ER. Web. You can do whatever you want. Your problems are going to are no end going forward. That I'm telling you from before only. क्या आरपू विवेक RIL में कॉर्पोरेट लैंग्वेज क्या है फ्लोर पे मादर चोत बैंड चोत चुतिया इज इट दैट्स व्हाट यू आर टॉट इन RIL that's the corporate language. This is what you told me in 2006. Arpu what? I'm your poo. What do you think of yourself? You've been called to have terrorist links with Vijay Bala, Ajay Chauhan and that Kiran of Mira Road. When you are running a call center for IPTV, 2006, for Indian Online Broadband, तो तुमको messing around with SIM, telecom, ब्रॉडबैंड वाईफाई आता है, टावर से तो मिलता है, MTNL से मिलता है, तो जब तुमको उसको मिसयूज करना है कैसे करेगा? तो you will put the smell of poo on people technologically and get happy on it. What a बेवकूफ. Have something rehauling of your brains. You desperately need it. और दूसरों को गलत दिखावे और गलत बात करे कोई भी. You can derail the Deccan Queen, but your atomic derailing, how you will ever put it back on track? No, don't have time for nonsense. Your Mr. Mukesh Ambani should find out. In his company, the floor in the telecom uses Madhachot, Banchot, Chutia. Is it true? If it's not, please ask Vivek what he was doing in your company, in Jio or telecom. Isn't it somewhere near Vashi somewhere? Thana Vashi somewhere? Go back to 2006, find out what kind of employees you have.
Everyone thinks they're damn bloody smart. The only thing they're good at doing is doing the wrong karma, spoiling it for those who have okay ancestry, have kept karma fine, are doing the right thing, are employers, are not from the streets. गलत नाम दो, कचरा उसके ऊपर फेंको, फिर तू आगे निकले, नहीं तो तुम्हारा औकात है क्या? Vitiating an environment since when? Trying to grab, but on the back of what? And outcomes for the others as what? No, you need to relook at yourself. You play stupid sounds in my ear, makes no difference. हमको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. यहाँ से निकलूं, तू तो रोएगा. You will cry. You will cry and you're going to cry for a very long time. What is there for me? I go back to the afterlife. Those who are mine are mine. They are still having a good time. तुमको पहले यहाँ जन्म के पहले भी प्रॉब्लम था, यहाँ आके तुमने और भी घटिया कर्म करके और भी प्रॉब्लम हमारे लिए क्रिएट नहीं किया है, खुद के लिए किया है. Why you don't understand it? थोड़ा यहाँ पे तुमको झेलूं, निकलूं. I'm back to the good energy of the good people who you went out of your way to disperse. क्या डांस ड्रामा, क्या conniving plans. Put, no, you say how you managed it. Come on. So I'll be back to all the people who get along with me, who got along with me while we were growing up. There's no problem. So we are so happy. Here little time we will tolerate you, laugh at you, not really laugh at you. Shirdi Sai Baba said, just let it be. I'm supposed to pass the examination, I will. It's called tolerating you, not being affected, moving back to whatever my earned realm is, with good company. We are so happy. We are back to your shithole. थोड़ा हमको derail करे, तू तो derail 11 कल्पास के लिए, right? What you'll do? तो सेज ER पू वेब पता नहीं क्या है, तुम लोगों को और कुछ काम धंधा नहीं है क्या? This kind of shit makes you happy. That's a joke. This is my mom at Bhatia Hospital, or I don't know, that one lady who Kira was very rude with. Once I registered this property, I was called to Bombay. Your mother's got autoimmune. So I went to Bombay, stayed at Ambassador Hotel, used to go to Bhatia Hospital. One day I see that my mom is pretty upset. I'm told that there was no nurse available on the floor the entire night and late into the morning. And nobody was there to clean her. So she was mighty upset. Anyway, afterwards she became okay, and this guy was mighty rude with her. He has put it up on the web. इसने वेब पे डाल दिया है क्योंकि घटियापन है. वो मिस्टर किरण मर्चेंट नहीं है. मिस्टर किरण मर्चेंट stands like a penguin. He's fair. He is from a very good family. He's got good DNA. He's not trash the way you are. Know the difference. Know the bloody fucking difference. You are garbage. क्या करेगा? डिजिटली टंग 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 आवाज करेगा. आए तो लाइव तुमको एक चांटा लगा के बुला सकते हैं, नहीं करेंगे. You are defunct, spit-worthy shit. Errol is coming to town, so again you started dance drama for what? To record crap and feed it to an old man. That man is not the original Errol Musk. तो करेगा जो चीज़ है defaming to the original family the way they do it, only to get derailed far more. The faster the bloody ugly black poisonous snake gets kicked, burnt, along with those ugly snakelets, the better it is for humanity. होके ही रहे. Shani, you and Shirdi Sai Baba just have to make it happen. अब इन लोगों को लाइन पे लगा के अंडर लॉक एंड की पाताल और नर्क, जितना इन चूतिए ने कमाए हैं उतना मरे. अंडरस्टूड? उसके बाद द फैट लेडी विल स्टार्ट सिंगिंग. व्हेन इट कम्स टू यू विल बी फ्रॉम योर बैक साइड. क्या गाना होगा, क्या स्मेल होगा, नेवर एंडिंग. यू अंडरस्टूड? मिनिमम 1 कल्पा. तेरा जो नौकर जो था एसपी के लिए काम करता हुआ, उसको 11 कल्पा मिला है. एसपी खुद जा रहा है 5 कल्पा या 7 कल्पास. कांट रिमेंबर व्हाट इट वाज. कर्म कर्म है, घटिया कर्म करो तो you have to finish what's due from you. You saw the pendulum when I said no, they should be let off. She says no. Someone does wrong, you bloody well make it right. तो दूसरों को तू डिरेल करे, खुद को कितना डिरेल किया है घटिया कर्म कर करके. Set it straight. Full 40% of you worldwide. क्या है, हलवा है क्या? Not sure what this means. GOER soap web. Don't know if the soap we use primarily takes out sounds, calls us things, and is going on the web. And some people are getting happy on the back of it. You're very uneducated. ये ले सोप के अंदर पी स्मेल लगा रहा है. सो दिस इज व्हाट आई सेड. This is what I said. Dettol, Rickett Coleman and Company, any Dettol that is being used, sold anywhere, the last smell from it is the smell of urine. How come? HUL also there is a problem. How come? Who are the rats who are spoiling products that are meant to hygienically energize homes? Why are you spreading the smell of pee in people's homes? When I have gone to Puravankara, I didn't want to insult them. When I have walked into your office, I have gone and sat in the boardroom. He was trying to convince me to join the water bid and to see what is it that's available that I want to, what's available for the bidding and to sign up for it. That day when I've entered over there and I've come to your office, how many times? I think 2-3 times or 4 times at, what's that? Alsur, the Alsur office. I've come there with who I think is my cousin Kabir Gupta, except it is saying Kabir Gupta is no more. There is one day when I have entered your office, the lady over there was swabbing. And what a smell of urine that went off. So it is not her fault. It is saying that the soap itself has pee in it. Where it is happening, it was not to insult them. So what they do is they put horrible smells and then they vaporize it through effort. You must understand it. Whether some of you are left behind, because every family has some people left behind, many people gone. The most weakest in the entire setup will be left behind, the rest gone. This is how they've done it everywhere. So I'm openly establishing what I have to say. No hints, no nothing, black and white. If you know anyone in Raw, please contact them and ask them to do something about it. It's a worldwide issue. Even Raw on its own will not be able to sort it out. They need to get the help after they figure out other people. It is a multi-dimensional problem to be solved. Okay? And it's a very important problem to be solved. So anyway, I don't know. SPP, West Bengal, AO Rogue. Well, SP has people he hires in construction sites in India and abroad. The common thing about all these names that I gave you, 80% of them are labor intensive businesses that their forefathers had. So wherever there has been labor intensive businesses is where the problem is within your home. By these people only, they call it repo rogue. They say you owe them something because their pay and salary was too less for their lifestyle compared to yours, and the hardships they had to go through while you got richer. That is their justification in black and white. They wanted the white collar salary for the blue collar work, or then the unstructured industry work. They wanted better salaries, better lifestyles. That's all. Once they have gotten rid of people like Cyrus or whatever, or at least put him into the deep mind, then they have started providing better facilities to those who are working at the construction sites or working at some places. They've done better community living for them with their own stolen resources from SP itself. People like SP, the king, etc., etc. Once it was successful in one shot, they spread it everywhere. A lot of the money that is being used is stolen money, blood money. How it is going to be taken by the council of the lit realm of judges in time to come, whether it's a humanitarian issue which was addressed or it was a grabbing issue, because these people have grabbed in the past also. Their birth over here was to work that karma out, but they grabbed further. That I'm not in a position to come to a conclusion about. That once they go back into the spirit realm, all of us will be getting what is due to us. If this talk is derogatory or insulting, speaking badly about them, then I also will be at the receiving end. But if I am doing the work that I have been told to establish as I understand it, then nobody can hold it against me. But that, whether it is this way or that way, I don't know at this point in time. Similarly, if I don't do this work which Shirdi Sai Baba has put on me to do specifically, and it took me 1.5 years to get down to doing the work, if I ignore it and don't do it, then when I go into the afterlife, there also I'll be brought to book. You didn't follow the Guru's instruction. You need to really go back to school. You went for a particular passing of an examination, for a particular evolution to the next level. You didn't do it. You need to go back. You failed it. So we are caught from all over. We have to decide what is the best course of action, trust our instinct and do the best, and leave the rest to God and say, okay, let them sort it. Guide us, hopefully, that we are able to maneuver through things in an appropriate manner which brings a good outcome. But purposely doing bad karma, now that takes a high level of doing a PhD of stupidity. Frankly telling you. So actually, if you see, Sapor Ji is written over here. But why is this West Bengal? I don't understand. What is it got to do with West Bengal? I don't even know if these people actually had any work happening in West Bengal, or is it somebody who went for construction. So let's just go to that woman called Rabia. Rabia, who turned up at my home. What was the chain of events? I have come back from New Zealand 2013, stayed at number 4 Jaswell, the whole of 13, the whole of 14. 2015 Sharanya, who I believe is my Sharanya, I've been told by the pendulum the real Sharanya was pulled off when she was little more than 1 year old and exchanged. Sharanya was taken abroad. Sharanya died when she was about 11-12 years old, the one with the epilepsy and the tumor in her brain. She passed away when she was about 12. That's what it is saying. She dances in the, sometimes when they are around over here, all these plants dance. Okay, let it be. So anyway, I'm thinking it is Sharanya, so I've gone to spend time with what I think is my niece, and I want to spend time with her. But that trip to her home was a weird one. Anita also is over there. Whoever's playing Anita, now we understand that different people were playing the role. Many people had shape-shifted in and out of that role. When I wake up in the morning, I'm stinking, so I'm wondering, where did this stink come upon me from? These are some weird things that were happening. So I come to know there's something wrong in the setup. Varsha has packed up, what I think is Varsha has packed up and taken the baby back to her Bandra home. Deep Towers is in Andheri West, Oshiwara. So school is starting. Mother-daughter have packed up and gone back to their Bandra home. It's only me and Anita in this house for a couple of days. Then I also say, well, I think I need to move. I'm going away to Suman Towers. I'll spend a few days over there before going back to 4 Jaswell. I'm not happy with the environment of 4 Jaswell. Something feels weird about 4 Jaswell after I've come back from New Zealand. 13, 14, 15. We have also spoken to Hemang Shah. We say the conversations are weird, right? Something about it is just not energetically fitting, and I don't feel safe. Not to feel safe in my own home is not a good thing. Anyway, I go to Suman Towers, but before I go to Suman Towers, at Deep Towers, Varsha and Varsha's husband's home. It's actually Geeta Hundalani's home. Let's just put it that way. Mithu and Geeta Hundalani's home. Yeah, it is their assets. Don't need free spongers and sponging off other people's assets. बेस्ट चीज़ है, एक को उड़ा दो, उड़ाओ नहीं, साइड पे करो, देखते हैं कौन से और चूहा आते हैं वही रोल खेलने के लिए. वहीं पे तू नैब हो जाएगी, पता चलेगा तू है कौन. नॉट जस्ट यू, द रेस्ट ऑफ देम. जस्ट वेटिंग. वो जो तुमको ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन का पॉइजनस नाग जो तुमको काम पे लगाया है, स्नेकलेट्स, it's really high time that overhauling happens and he is sent off. Anyway, before I am moving from Deep Towers to Suman Towers, Suman Towers being bought half in my name and half in my father's name at the very inception. हर जगह पे हमारा नाम होना ही होना है. इक्विटी भी हमारे नाम कहीं ज़्यादा. लेकिन तुमने किया क्या? I don't want to get into it. Just let it be. Coming down to the point, even before going away to Suman Towers, you know these guys who scream from the road and they're doing something? That's what they were doing in my bathroom when I'm having a bath. So I felt it is weird. It has never happened before. I said, but maybe it didn't happen one day, it happened 2-3 days. Rabia has been called out many times to have connections with the cab. The cab is supposed to be miscreant connected with Ola cabs. Yes, my reading has called you out to be a miscreant. We asked about Meru. We asked about Uber. It is only Ola, they said, is the miscreant, something connected with some GM over there. Or maybe an ex-GM. Don't know. बहुत कांडी किया है, बहुत ऊपर नीचे किया है डिजिटली. You dare to call it artificial intelligence. Always laying blame. बोलता है क्या? Who will you catch? दिखाते हैं अभी कहाँ पे कैच करते हैं और कैसे कैच करते हैं, कितने लंबे समय के लिए. It's way beyond your understanding. Way beyond your understanding. मेड तुम में, मेड आप तू मेड है. मेड के कोख में पैदा हुआ है, कहाँ से हुआ? तो जिनका जन्म ऐसे नहीं है वहाँ जाके तू क्या बकवास क्या करता है? Why you need to talk so cheap? क्या है, तुमको मेंटल हेल्प चाहिए क्या? Should a doctor look at your mind and understand कि बात क्या है, तुम्हारे दिमाग की हालत इतना खराब क्यों है? होगा आत्मिक हालत बहुत खराब है तो दिमाग भी जो है एकदम बकवास. नहीं तो कोई इतना क्यों गिरेगा? Why somebody will fall to that level? बेशर्मी का एक हद होता है. यस, स्वानिता तू रबिया, you two know each other. 2015. Rabia's husband, she says, works at the construction site. जाती है रोहित बिल्डिंग before she comes to work at my home. उसके लिए भी गरीब ही मिला था. She's the one who goes working also at some script writer's house in the market of Lokhandwala. Then she leaves the job when Harry met Sejal shooting, where we've been told कि Anushka Sharma, the original, is no more. She was pulled off the grid in Europe only. Rabia is supposed to have connections with cabs. It's come up all the time in the reading. Each and every time. So what is the interconnectivity? Raw needs to figure it out. Rabia, when she was working in my home, some big tall mushtandas looking like they're from Pakistan entered the house to do delivery of some of these, what is this called? Cushion and cushion covers. Nobody's ever entered into my house to do a delivery. ये तो आके ड्राइंग रूम के अंदर पूरा चीज़ रखता है बिना उसको बोलूँ आओ अंदर. He's very tall. I have seen this man in the building coming down from the 16th floor when the water in the building was smelling of shits. So you are connected with this shit. Why you are spoiling everything everywhere? And wherever you go, you spoil the amenities. You make the amenities stop, including the lifts. फिर तू रेजिडेंट्स को पूछता है ज़्यादा पैसा मेंटेनेंस के थ्रू देना है, ये नहीं काम कर रहा है, वो काम नहीं कर रहा है. कांडी तू ही करता है. You have done it for 20 years at Sumantas. Wait till you wait. Well, sitting and bloody fucking extorting money. The same shit of Sumantas you have started at Purva Palm Beach. वही घटिया tactics. Raw should catch these people. गट्टर के पैदाश है, गट्टर के पैदाश. It's not about Shapurji. They were affected by some of their construction people, or maybe more than construction at a higher level, but from West Bengal, or something that happened in West Bengal. He gave up his citizenship of India and moved to Ireland for what? The elderly man. Now neither is he around, but his wife is not around. This is what they are saying. Neither she nor her daughter-in-law called Rohika Chagla Mistry. रोहिका चागला मिस्त्री का नाम लेके बोले मेड मेम आप. नो यू डोंट डू दैट बिच. और जब कुतरिया को बात करना है, फैन मादर चितनी, कभी कभी तो जैसी नौकर आया तो करो सामने. कहाँ भाग रही है, कहाँ छिप के मुंह पक रही है? क्या है? 2 टके औकात नहीं है, बकवास करती है, वो भी टेलीफोनी से, मोबाइल में बकवास करती है. यहाँ वहाँ डिजिटली आवाज बेचती है, बकवास करती है, फिर bloody putting it up on the web, all the crap that a crapster like you is all about. Where you are going to make any money? तू भीख मांगेगी, 5 सेकंड का कपड़ा एक कीड़ा मकोड़ा का भी फैंसी ड्रेस पहनने के लिए, वो जो घटिया नंगा आत्मा नर्क पे जो तू मर मर के जिएगी. यू अंडरस्टूड? कट्टर, तू है गटर की पैदाइश, सीवरेज. बी केयरफुल. This read is about Cyrus Mistry. What Rohika Chagla Mistry, his legally wedded wife, wants to talk from the afterlife. This man could have shape-shifted in the 10-month, whatever it is, 2001 to 2002, but I have never chased his tail. He did wrong, the universe will teach him a lesson. हम तो कोई नहीं होते हैं generally, and if he didn't do wrong, it was done wrong by the bor. फिर भगवान उसको सबक सिखाएगा. हम कौन होते हैं? हमको कुछ पड़ता नहीं है, आगे निकलो ना. कुछ अच्छा नहीं है, आगे निकलो. Why we need to hang around? No, move on. But what did you people do? And you fed Rosie stale food. अब किस्सा है 70s का. 2009 के अंदर तू उसको एक political issue बनाता है to win a fucking election. POA को मिसयूज करता है, MOU को मिसयूज करता है, ER को बेचता है. और ER इतना बेवकूफ है, क्रिमिनल और चोर से POA MOU चोरी करता है AI लगाने के लिए बिना परमिशन. Who made you an ER? Who made you an ER? Garbage. So when you are a criminal buying from a criminal, don't use the word ER. You are hiding in the ER. लेकिन है criminal. Not even from this country. Uneducated ass. Bloodline Indian है ही नहीं तुम्हारा. I am pretty sure about it. तुमने इंडिया को एक ऑपरेटिव ग्राउंड बनाया है मिडिल ईस्ट के लिए, लेबर क्लास और गरीब लोगों के लिए. गेम तुमने ऐसे खेला है, अबडक्ट किया है की मैन को एंड मेनी अदर पीपल. फिर उनको डीप माइंड लगा दिया है अमेरिका के हेल्प के साथ. उसके बाद तुमने यहाँ पे बहुत गेम खेला है. Whoever it is तो hates Hindus and also Indians. You work for that kind of being. You work for that kind of being. When you change my own face to a more brown Indianized version, तुम हमको कितना गाली देता है. कभी भी हमारा I have a ritual. I had a ritual from 2005 actually. I used to have it even in college and school. Yeah, school and college. Then there was a break in between. But it was, even when I went to Australia, it was there. Even when I went to New Zealand, it was there. It's just something that is inculcated as kids in us. But whenever we've done our prayers, haven't you twisted it around? Haven't you grabbed? Haven't you insulted me? So I understand your mindset. I say you can't be a Hindu. Even if you are pretending to be a Hindu, you're only pretending. You're not from here. You got a different agenda. You yourself have been proof to me every minute of the way since 2013. In fact, let's take it back to 2010. Those drivers were honking like donkeys from the street every day when I am going to do my prayers. Why? Atharva Sheesh Karu ke kuch Gayatri Mantra, it's on an audio. But I was doing Aditya Hridayam in 2005-06. Nobody dared ever do that. Loud in my own bedroom, next to my father's bedroom. Nobody ever did that. 2010, what happened to you? 2010-11, when I've gone to the last room to do my prayers, some bloody waiter from downstairs, बावला हो गया है. क्या बावला हो गया है? तुम बावला है. जो तुमने खुद को बेचा है, इतना घटिया करम, तू एक लड़की के बेडरूम में बकवास करेगा. हम बावला है कि तू आत्मिक बावला है? You should understand the thinking, the ability of intelligence. So how does it get slotted if you do the profiling? That's most important. Now that's the kind of fucking thinking, but so smart on the chessboard. Where is that thinking coming from that is confusing everything? Shapurji Bo, that we all know. Web. RG is Rahul Gandhi. So he is half Italian. This one's supposed to be Ireland half blood. South Africa is definitely involved. I told you before also. In the Indian Parliament, you have 4 key people who are actually Middle Eastern bloodline. This is why I was feeling कि raw जो इन्होंने बना दिया है, they must have brought in people from one country of the Middle East and Kazakhstan maybe. Why did Doval have to be pulled off in 2005 suddenly to go meet somebody? With Doval's brain and all his intelligence, if he's been put in deep mind, then what? What do we have? That's 2005. South Africa is a miscreant. According to my understanding, the receiving end जो है RG है, the real Rahul Gandhi. He's supposed to be holed up at where? Palakkad. While his shapeshifter is very much out, sometimes SL, who is from that Salem area only, shapeshifts for him also as Raga. This boy has been harassed a lot, the original. So has his mother. यही इसके पीछे है. हमने तुमको बोला पालाकाड जो है वो केरला ही है, ये वो केरला है. तो I don't know where Raw is. Raw needs to do the work. Raw. It's very upsetting to tell you quite frankly. SG Sonia Gandhi, RG is Rahul Gandhi. Priyanka Gandhi is also here, but I have been told she is the only one left behind. These two are still alive, but they are somewhere in that Palakkad. Would they put the smell of poo on people? I don't think so. Why would they do that? Keralite does this because they want a red movement. They feel that people have been harassed from the time the Jawaharlal Nehru, let's just say, partition happening. Then there are people on either side who are not happy with the government formation on either side. They become rebel parties. We have opposition in India. Kerala is primarily a communist state. They got their own agenda. Most of their people actually have gone to the Middle East in the earlier days to get out of the poverty that they were facing in those days. How many returned, how many were replicated and sent back is anybody's guess. Then what kind of a movement spread? No idea. But it is definitely with money that you have parties building and ideologies moving around. Right? Then when did it get criminalized is anybody's guess. Rohika's grandfather worked for Jawaharlal Nehru, which is his great grandfather. Yeah, his great grandfather. And worked with that government. So they affected Rohika Chagla after that mystery. Was Shapurji Palunji looking out for India's interests with Doval up to 2006? Did they first break Doval? So then Shapurji Palunji's Cyrus Mistry studied for a sharp brain, but also number 4, lots of tactics that are different from normal people. Is he studied that way and then put into a deep mind used for other things? But if it was good for the country, why do we have 4 people from the Middle East said to be in India's parliament today in very key positions? Their bloodline re-engineered, edited for the Indian bloodline. But if you unedit it, it goes to the Middle Eastern bloodline. How come? With Raw fully functional, then this cannot happen. Why would Raw shake hands with the Middle East? So did things disintegrate on the back of it? If somebody from Kerala was in poo and that was put upon the web by these people, I'll be very, very, very surprised. This can also be Sonia Rajiv Gandhi. Are you trying to tell me the lady who was in Bhatia Hospital, that version of Mrs. Anita Merchant pulled off? Over there also you switched it around. That was Sonia Gandhi. But Sonia Gandhi, I was told, was pulled off in 2005 and put away in Palakkad in 2006-7 sometime. She was there in 2, 3, 4 and put away in, I don't know, the pendulum was saying, was put away in Palakkad by 5. Later on, Rahul Gandhi has been put into the same place. Just pick one version of Anita, put her in, see what else comes crawling out. And same for everybody. देखते हैं क्या है. So what did I say? If this is to do with Bhatia Hospital 2019. I was told your mother has autoimmune, come to Bombay, she's very unwell, she can't sit up on her own also. So I went to Bombay. She was sharing a room with a BJP person. That room used to stink of poo all the time. Either she's pooing or the other bed is pooing. They play a fucking buzzer every time you walk into the fucking room. What do you think? We're staff? We're not staff. We've been called over there because somebody is supposed to be our mother and she's on that bed. So we're visiting, we're staying in Ambassador Hotel, which is not some fucking lodge. I have no time for foul play. This is not even about me. This is about Rohika Chagla Mistry. Why she wants to talk this, so okay, I'm going with the flow. Over there, Kiran Merchant, who is Kira, he's not Kiran Merchant, Mr. Narottam Das Merchant's son, for sure. He was rude with that version, very badly treated and rude by Kira. Next day, second day, he brings in a nice younger looking version of an unwell lady and he's sitting and stroking her cheek. Not cheek, her chin. He has never done that. Even Kiran Merchant, the penguin, has never done this in life. They are a very formal couple. They are two sadhakas. My mom, ex-Mrs. Anita Advani and Anita Merchant, widow today, from the man she was legally married to, on whose identity there is how many Kiran Merchants, God only knows. But how many Anitas? Too many. Whereas my mom doesn't even look like herself anymore. So the Palakkad issue has to be identified. It is repeating itself in a different way. You got political rivalry doesn't mean you do this kind of thing. It's the people's choice. You have manipulated it. You have involved people from the Middle East. They are people you have met in the labor class. Come on. They don't even belong to this country. This woman called Sonia Gandhi, her husband Rajiv Gandhi decided he wanted to marry her. He married her publicly. His grandfather Jawaharlal Nehru was chosen by the people. Indira Gandhi was chosen by the people. You have gone on affecting this family non-stop. ये डेमोक्रेसी को प्रमोट करते हैं, तुम लोगों को कम्युनिज्म यहाँ पे लेके आना है, लेकिन पॉपुलेशन को क्या चाहिए? घटिया गेम खेल खेल के लोगों को फूल करके तू छीनता रहता है. Why can't you play it straight? Let the people decide. War Web SRGE. What are we to understand of this? You take it whichever you want. You are raw. You are supposed to deal with war. I am a nobody. I say yes, the smell of poo suddenly goes off. पता नहीं क्या है, कहाँ से. आज डेटॉल भी लो, frankly telling me either कका या सुसु smell कहीं ना कहीं से आता है. What nonsense is this? We are spending hard-earned money. We are getting what crap in return. किसका बाप का? No. What is it? But if they've been, let me ask, okay? Don't insult my parentage. Don't insult what my parents have done for me. गरीब तू है और आत्मिकली गरीब तू है. Don't push buttons uselessly. Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Gandhis have been given a clean sheet from the very beginning. Frankly telling you, the first reading that I did in 2020, November, December, October, and then early Jan, it was blaming current government of India and the BJP or the NDA for being rogue. Couldn't understand it. I got a shock because we've grown up in a Congress government where somehow there's no reason to talk badly. So when I saw this, my heart stopped because I said, I don't know, I've never seen this kind of stuff before. It's like, as if people who do so much for us to make our life good in this country, so obviously we always think well of them, but I think badly. So when I got this in the read, I was very surprised. And I don't know, since then, it's just now become I've gotten used to it because I guess we're in the 5th year of doing this kind of reading or 4th year of doing this reading.
So I've kind of gotten used to it. Okay, you have something to say, all right. But it gave the Congress a very clean chit initially. It always has. I'll just ask. Rohika and Varsha, are you there? KAT, are you there? I need some clarification over here if you're willing to give it. I just want to say one thing. SRG. Are they in Delhi as of now? Sonia, Rajiv Gandhi, and then RG being Rahul Gandhi. Are they in Delhi? Are they on some traveling tour? Have they left the body and gone? Has one of them left the body and gone? Are they crispered in Palakkad somewhere? Are they also in deep mind as of now? Are they in deep mind as of now? The original Sonia Gandhi and the original Rahul Gandhi, did you say they were in Palakkad a few days ago? Did you indicate that Sonia Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi were in Palakkad a couple of days ago off Salem and Kochi highway? Near the Anu fishery and near Vinod's house? Are they still in that location? What is it? It is via the IP address that they've taken him to that location? Their physical body is where? Physical body is where of Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi. Are they physically in the physical body at Palakkad? Are they in a similar state as Cyrus Mistry in Qatar? Are they in deep sleep? Are both of them in deep sleep like Cyrus Mistry is in deep sleep? Is this the work of Raw? Is this work of India's Raw? India's Raw is India's Raw only, or it is Middle Eastern Raw? Mr. Doval is still in his human form? When Mr. Doval went to catch Dawood Ibrahim, Mr. Doval never went to catch Mr. Dawood Ibrahim in 2005 or sometime around that time. He didn't get a tip to go catch Dawood Ibrahim. Did Mr. Doval ever return? Was he put in the deep mind state? You're saying, but he has already left the human form and gone? So how can you say it is Indians who are still in Raw? Are the impoverished lot of Indians in the Raw as of today who have done this kind of act? Do you agree with what they are doing? Does the spirit realm agree with
let's just say the lit realm of judges or Shirdi Sai Baba, do they agree with what Raw has done? The way they have exercised their positions? Does it work against them going forward at an atmic level? No. It doesn't go against them at an atmic level. There is a good outcome that will come out of it going forward. Is it a misguided, according to you, is it a misguided information source that is making them do things that are not okay? Do you see them figuring out where there is a problem in the source of information going to them, making them do the wrong thing? Do you see that coming to light? I don't know how they function. I don't even know who they are. I don't even know what their topic is. I don't even know what their work is, as in on the whole. But I say, if these reads can identify something, are they basing the information on communications that happened but which were evidence planted on purpose by the Middle Easterners? Does Raw have the knowledge of gene editing and genome editing? Do they know how to do the forensics and the unediting of people? Do you want them to do this for people, everybody in the parliament? Will that help to some extent to unedit genes of people to go back to the source of who they actually are? Are you trying to tell them that anybody who does not have pure Indian genes with no other string, they should not be allowed into the Indian parliament? Are you trying to say that? Will that help sort the matter out? And they should be from a good background? Their entire family network should be from a good background? Is that what you're trying to say? They're the kind who will not screw the country over? Or lie, cheat and misdirect? Is that what you're trying to say? Now, if we understand this SRG, are they like given soap with poo in it? Or are they soaped with poo in it? And is that put up on the web? Is it put up on just any kind of web? Or is it the dark web? This information is available on the dark web? Raw is aware of this? Raw is aware of which channel in the dark web this is put out on? Are you informing them for their own good not to do it? Raw knows about Cyrus Mistry in Qatar? Are you asking Raw to go find Cyrus Mistry and to pull him off because that's the dangerous mind? Is that what you're trying to say? Should Raw be going back into its information source and looking into it more deeply? Is that what you're trying to say? Okay, so then this is as much as I can ask. I'll try again. I don't know what is this. Two rages web. Or maybe it is the web and E, and they are ragging people through the use of the smell of poo. Well, the maid at my home says, what, feel my pain. She doesn't tell me. She puts it out on her DP. अब बोलूँ तुमको पेन है तो कर्म जो है ऐसे करो कि जन्म जो है, अगर कचरे के डब्बे भी भगवान बोलता है the evolution of you is to be brought up by outsiders. So you thrown into a garbage can by your birth parents. But good people pick you up from that garbage can and give you a better upbringing than even your own birth parents could give you. वो है क्योंकि तुमने कार्मिकली कुछ अच्छा किया है, पहले तुमने इन्वेस्टमेंट अच्छा किया है, सीड तुमने अच्छा क्वालिटी का लगा दिया है, तो तुमको रिटर्न भी वैसे ही मिलेगा. तुमको वो करना नहीं है. घटिया तो पहले ही था कर्म, फिर मिला जन्म, उसके ऊपर और भी घटिया करना है. एंड यू वांट टू जस्टिफाई इट? इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. You show me one place you do a poor investment where you get good returns. You show me one place where you put a horrible seed or horrible soil. You show me how you get a good return. Harvest तुमको अच्छा वाला कैसे मिलता है? You show it to me. No, you can't. You can't. People have been hired by some miscreants with their own agenda. First and foremost, there is something in your information that is wrong. You have gone on a rampage. The source of your information, there is something wrong. Make sure you know what you are doing. Rags can be ragging somebody, or it can be somebody who's impoverished. The worst part about raw is we don't know where to find them. This is the worst part. पता है कहाँ जाके उसको ढूंढूं, पता नहीं है. बोलूँ ये प्रॉब्लम है, इसको सॉर्ट आउट कर, but don't know where to catch them. So anyway, web be poo rags. तुम्हारे जो इम्पोविश्ड है, यही इन्होंने ये किया है. How it is helping the country, I cannot understand. If my reading says 4 people are the Middle Eastern bloodline, they're sitting nicely, cushy, giving 90 crores to Afghanistan. वहाँ पे तालिबान आता है और जो पार्लियामेंट बनाता है, ओल्ड बॉलरूम जो था ताज का, with you know the stairway and all, उसको एकदम कॉपी करता है. After the Kasab incident of blowing it all off. Ram temple, Ram is standing over there, one Jatayu who's already one wing cut at the very beginning. What you are trying to do in this country? Who all you are planning to fool? Ayodhya has, I don't want to make it a religious issue because I have a very different agenda, frankly, but if just logic, if I have to just talk about it logically, Ayodhya had Ram and his whole family. Ram and his whole family, his brothers, his wife, his mothers, there was so much. Hanuman, a very key component in helping getting Sita back. You can't just make one Ram standing like this over there and then Jatayu as the welcoming committee when he's the one. Garuda laga. After all, Ram is a avatar of Vishnu. But when we have Hanuman, why don't you put Hanuman over there? Why haven't you done that? What about the rest of everybody? If you are talking so much about principles, Errol, not Errol. Errol is coming to India, जा रहा है. वो जो planning of Ram का अयोध्या जो है, who gave the planning for it? Planning किसने किया है? So everywhere where you see Ram, Sita, Lakshman, Hanuman as a core team is very important. If you are talking about Lord Ram and you are talking about ethics and morals, yet there is a atheist who is SL. शॉप बॉय जो है स्टॉकिस्ट है, स्टॉक टेकिंग, स्टॉक कीपिंग, अनलोडिंग, लोडिंग ऑफ ऑल द मर्चेंडाइज दैट हैज टू कम फॉर कॉटन वर्ल्ड शॉप ऑन द बैक ऑफ द मर्डर ऑफ द वन ऑफ द डायरेक्टर सन्स जो है SRL. ये लड़का जाके वो पोजीशन ले लेता है. अब वो तो है एथिस्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू द पेंडुलम. He is shape shifting for नमो नमो एंड समटाइम्स राहुल गांधी रागा. लेकिन रागा के साथ पालाकाड के अंदर क्या हो रहा है सोनिया गांधी के साथ? What nonsense is it? So when you are upkeeper and moral keeper और मॉरल्स एंड एथिक्स के भगवान भी लोगों को जो है जन्म सही तरीके से देवे, तुमको भगवान यहाँ पे खेलना है. It is equal to extortion and to stealing and very bad karma going forward. Don't ever blame anybody else. No, तुमको जो है आगे जाके वो जो फैंसी ड्रेस कंपटीशन के लिए अगर तुमको एक कीड़े मकोड़े का भी कुछ कपड़ा धारण करना है थोड़े वक्त के लिए, वो जो तुम्हारा जो आत्मा है उसको ढकने के लिए वो भी नहीं मिलेगा. Mr. SL has been called out कि he is going to पाताल and नर्क because of his ill earnings. So that kind of a person taking the Bhagavad Gita in the hand, then doing the opposite from it, fooling so many people, taking an immoralistic viewpoint because he wants to bridge inequality, but then greed is greed. Call it freedom, call it financial freedom, call it anything. 400 VC 400 VC होता है, greed होता है, lack of ethics, lack of morals is just that. So you're not in a position actually to decide what Ram's temple should be like, because Bharat himself, when his mother asked for her boon, which was her right, to be fulfilled by Ram's father Dashrath. Bharat, even though his mother acquired the kingdom and the throne for him, not by grabbing and extortion the way you've done it, but actually asking the father, the king, to fulfill a boon given to her much earlier, 2 of them. Look at the decency of the nobility and royalty. Bharat says he will worship the shoes of his older brother Ram, but will not step into the shoes of Ram till Ram does not come back from his exile. Ram, before he is sent to exile, married to Sita, is told that his coronation is going to happen. The whole city is set up for his coronation. Last minute he is told about his exile instead of being coronated the king. What did he do? He fought it? He stole it? No, he didn't want Sita going with him. He went away for his exile. His wife followed him. Lakshman, his brother, followed him. He refused to sit on the throne. He refused to stay at Ayodhya. He went with his whatever it is that worked out naturally for him without messing it up for anybody else. So when these are the kind of personages of which temples you make, on the back of it, let's hope no money, half the amount or double the amount siphoned. This expense, this, that, because that's what they do. Right? तो अयोध्या का स्टोरी बहुत अलग है compared to what you put up over there. Nobody needs actually architecture and beautiful things. वो करना है म्यूजियम करो ना. नहीं तो एक beautiful piece. There are so many Birla temples that are available. But when you are building something in Ram's land of Ayodhya, then do it appropriately. क्या डांस ड्रामा है? एंड somewhere I read कि वहाँ पे लीकेज ऑलरेडी शुरू हो गया है लास्ट मानसून के टाइम पे, और whenever there was some heavy torrential rains, कुछ लीकेजेस ऑलरेडी शुरू हो गया है. No, when we get this kind of stuff, I think it becomes our duty as a citizen to establish कि what is this nonsense? These are poverty impoverished people. How did you give them this kind of access? And if Raw knows about it, why are you supporting this? How can you be Indian? No, it's not okay. It's not okay. You don't play stupid sounds in my home. You have something to say, you come forward and talk. You come forward and talk. Don't do like this. वो जो लिट realm of judges है वहां पे इन द ब्रह्मांड, वहां पे जो तू रूप देखेगा तू खुश नहीं होगा if you haven't turned it well. सोच समझ के करो. I am just letting you know. It's good for you only. As I said, डेकिन क्वीन को डीरेल करो, लेकिन खुद का आत्मिक रेल जो है, रेल पटरी से इतना ऑफ होवे कि 11 कल्पा एसएल को लगने वाला है वापस टू गेट ऑन ट्रैक. इज इट रियली वर्थ इट फॉर दीज फ्यू ईयर्स? इट्स नॉट वर्थ इट वन बिट. पुअर के अंदर रूप भी है, एक लड़की रूपा है, रूप्सडेन. She was doing something and she'd put it up on the internet. था वाईफाई के अंदर रूप्सडेन 1, रूप्सडेन 2, रूप. फिर रूपा का आवाज़ यहाँ पे करती है फ्रॉम टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया. So rag Roops Web B. Don't do that. क्या है? लंच टाइम हमारा हो गया है. Yes, it is now 1:33 in the afternoon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break from here. We will come back to this later in the night probably, because this makes me feel very sad. So no, it does make me feel very sad. I feel very bad about how it has worked out for these people. AG, I don't know what this is. Or is it Goa? Something to do with Goa. So what we'll do is we'll come back in the evening. I believe I will do something in the evening. Okay, I'll take a break, I think, for now, and I'll come back in the evening. I'll just put it on record. It's 13:33. I'll just speak with the pendulum also. Roika and Varsha Cat, you okay with me closing the session for now? Is this some part of what you did want to discuss? I would have thought you'd have wanted to discuss Cyrus Mistry more. In here we've got Shaparji, but we've not got Cyrus Mistry's name. Cyrus Mistry was shape-shifting for anyone, Rohika? Was Cyrus Mistry ever part of Raw, darling? Cat, Cyrus Mistry was part of Raw. You told me you were doing work of finding out who is ISI, right? In the country, or somebody was? Didn't you say that? So 1 minute. Cyrus Mistry was part of Raw. Sanjeev Rajan Lekhraj was part of Raw. Sanjeev Lekhraj is part of Raw. Sanjeev Lekhraj and Sanjeev Rajan Lekhraj are the same person. Sanjeev Rajan Lekhraj is still in his human form today. Are you telling me that Sanjeev Lekhraj, who is a replica of Sanjeev Rajan Lekhraj, has been messing around with the Raw? while pretending to be Sanjeev Raj and Lake Raj? Are you saying that is one source of misinformation that has derailed the Raw without them realizing it? Or got them to take some very wrong decisions? Anyway, I hope this realization, and I really hope that they figure out how to catch and net every duplicate. That bloody network he's running of 20 people for one fucking... sorry, I don't want to give bad words, but for one identity of people they're pulling off, they're having 20 people coming on proper identities, messing things even further. I hope they're able to catch them. Okay, I'm going to close this. Is there anything you want, sweetie? What you want? You want chas? You want chas? You want water? You want apple? Apple चाहिए? Okay. Okay. फिर क्या? You want that dahi curry and all, but then the Marwadi houses are making it, no? Okay, tomorrow I'll call from outside. Okay? Okay, I'll see you in the evening. I'm going to be back in the evening. Okay, now you'll relax.